Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here with my first Get Ready With Me. And I'm starting from a mostly bare face. I'm going to tell you what I have on. This is a total Get Ready With Me, but I'm going to do the Smashbox palette for my eyes. Okay, y'all. I'm a little hyper because I'm just now having my coffee, kind of getting a late start. And this has taken me a while to do this because in the summer, my house is so active, so I sat down to do this today. My house was totally quiet. Once I sat down to do it, my husband came in. He'd spilled coffee on himself on the way to, he was on the way out of town to New Mexico. He comes in on the phone talking real loud. Then my son came in with a speaker, like, I'm going to show you some music. I mean, it exploded. And I was like, this is why I can't do it. Get ready with me. So anyway, I have on a headphone today because I cannot do this totally quiet. And I would love to be playing music in the background for y'all, but I'm scared of copyright issues. So, okay, this is what I'm starting with. I have put eye primer on, and y'all, I don't know if I've told you this yet or not. I'll tell you on another video. I dug my Smashbox Eye Primer back out. I couldn't use it because it really grabs onto the eyeshadow. A couple of sweet subscribers told me how to use this. So I'm real careful just to put it on my eyelid, just the eyelid, not on my transition, or it gets too dark up there. So I put a little bit of this right on my lid. Then I put the paint pot all up here and a little bit down onto my eyelids. Then I used my Shiseido BB sunscreen. I put on the Tarte Clean Slate primer here in my T-zone, down here, up here, anywhere I have lines or shadows, I put primer. I really think that helps. Okay, then I started my mascara with the Lash Princess. Y'all, I love this. It wears off on me, but I'm figuring out ways to make it last. It builds up so stinking fast. And then just so I wouldn't scare y'all with my plain face, I put on I lined my lashes a tiny bit with some eyeliner. Kind of got that started. Okay. Oh, and I also have on my color corrector, my Marc Jacobs. I like my Marc Jacobs in Bright Idea. I also use the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. I pretty much like these equally. Haven't really decided which one works better. They both work great. Okay, I'm going to start with my eyes because if I have any fallout, I can correct it. Okay, I'm using the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I'm going to start with my transition shade, and I'm going to use either a MAC 221, the Wayne Goss number 19. The Wayne Goss number 20 is good. Here it is, in the MAC 221. These are the skinny brushes I use for my transition. And I'm going in with, I'm going to start with this gray right down here on the end. And I'm just going to dab. Okay, I'm working with my angles because I'm just not starting this. Okay, I'm going to dab it pretty good. This is pretty pigmented, but on my transition shade, I really work up with it, y'all. I've learned to have more of a light hand. I'm going to kind of come up here on my corner and tap, build up a little. It looks like I have a little mascara on my eyelid to start with, but that's okay because I go so dark that will get covered up. And then I'm really following the indentation of my eye socket and really digging in there. Kind of building up on the outer. Now this is, you know, I hope this goes good. Some days are better than others with my eyes. It's always a challenge. And then if I follow the natural indentation of that socket, it kind of goes a little above, you know, if I'm really pressing in there, it kind of goes a little above that crease. Okay, and then I'm just kind of, you know, building up on that outer corner. I haven't dipped my brush again, so I'm not, you know, I'm really at this point just kind of blending out what I've already got on there. Okay, then with whatever's left on this brush, I'm kind of coming on this inner corner. This is the part that gives me fits. And I'm going to start building up right here on that, you know, the hooded part. So just building up real light right there because that can get scary real fast. Okay, I'm dipping my brush back in that same color. I'm going to do my other eye. This is my easier eye. And one on the outer corner, not gonna see a lot, you know, yet. And then just start. This is a marketing line, not how to see. Okay. Now I'm going to get my skinniest brush, Morphe M507. I love this brush. It reminds me of the MAC 221. And I'm going to go into this brown right here. Okay, I'm just going to dab just a little bit. I'm going to tap it. Okay. And then out here, I'm going to tap a line. And leaning my head back so, you know, it kind of stretches that out. Yeah, just build up that outer. Tapping again, same color. I'm going to do the other eye. And I'm going to, without dipping again, kind of build up. This is kind of transition, kind of the transition area, coming up a little, but mostly crease. And I'm just going to halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way across. Okay. Okay, now I'm really going to tap that off. I just dipped it a tiny bit. Going to go back over that line and then just kind of blend it in. I like it a little smoked out. I think y'all all know that. So with whatever's left on there, I'm going to start kind of coming down to my lid and darkening that up a little bit. And then I barely have anything left on it. I'm going to do that little inner corner a little bit deeper. That little inner corner, y'all, I swear, it makes me want to have an eye lift. Okay, tapping. Tiny. Tapping it off. Okay, and I'm kind of all over the place with my makeup, and I'm just going to try to do it like I always do it so this doesn't take 5 hours. Okay. All that crease work was with the M507 Morphe. Okay, then I'm going to get one of my, I have these all together. These are my grays, and I'm just going to grab one. Urban Decay 24/7 in Smoke. And what I'm going to do, I'm pressing into my eyelashes to kind of get that down into my waterline. Just kind of pressing that all into that lash line. And see, some of it ends up on top, but I'll make that bigger. Then, okay, you can't see very good, but I'm doing the same on this side. Okay, then I'm going to get my Wayne Goss number 16, but I also could pick up a less expensive option for that. My Morphe 518, I could pick up that. But I'm going to use my Wayne Goss, in case you're curious about the Wayne Goss. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with that. And I'm just going to tap this big fat brush, just the tip of it. I'm just tapping the tip of it in it. And then I'm going to tap it off. And then I'm just going to kind of, wherever, you know, I'm going to go through my crease. Some of it will end up on my transition. It kind of blends it out and adds a little bit of lightness. Tapping for the same color for the other eye. And then I'm going to kind of start, I don't have much shadow on this at all, start blending out kind of over here to make that, I don't really try to make it turn up, but just kind of go straight out over here. Okay, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to do another layer of Lash Princess. Let's do some concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. I got Fair, y'all. I got a lot down there. Most of you know me. You're like, well, we know you do, honey. You are a lot down there every day. Okay, then I use quite a bit, y'all. Like that. It's quite a bit of Shape Tape. And I'm just putting it right here. I've already got my color corrector on, just right there on that line. Okay. Coming down just a little. And then I like to, you know, put a tiny bit up here. That's kind of where I have most of my highlighting. Okay, then I'm getting, I really like this. It's a Real Techniques little sponge, I think. I think it's Real Techniques. Sometimes I use a Beauty Blender, normal size. Sometimes I use a little baby, like that. Sometimes I blend out a little with my fingers first. Just depends on my mood. Sometimes I was using a Casey Republic, but I'm liking this. Okay, and I'm just going to blend. Okay, then for foundation, I'm going to use my It CC. This is in light. And this is a shade, I do a full pump. And then for a little fuller coverage, I'm going to do double wear. And then I just kind of dab it together in my hand. And I do my initial application with my fingers. Okay, then I'm going to either get an Artis Oval or a beauty blender. I guess I'll just pick up my beauty blender today and kind of get the rest of the foundation on it from my hand. And then just kind of blend out, especially around the edges where my concealer was. Okay, then that's on. And I'm going to get a powder. And right now I'm really testing out the Chanel and I'm loving it. So I'm going to get that in the lid. I also could use my Coty Airspun. I love that. And I get a real good amount in there. And then I'm going to get a puff. This is my Chanel puff, but I have a bunch of puffs from Amazon. And I load that up, y'all. Just loading it up. Pressing all over my face. And even a little up under my eyes just to the edge because I haven't set that yet. And just really pressing that in. I'm going to let that sit and I'm going to like get a blender. I'm going to get the Wayne Goss number 17. It's just a mid-size, and I'm going to real light just kind of blend a little more. Let me think what I'm going to do next. Okay, I'm going to get my MAC 150, and I'm going to get a little bit of my Chanel powder, just a little, on the end of it, and then I'm going to tap it into the lid, and then I'm just going to go over my whole face. I'm going to get my Anastasia contour kit. I'm going to get a Real Techniques contour brush. This is why I say 4 of them, so I can just grab. I'm going into that bottom middle color, swirling, and right here. Okay, got my stripes on. Y'all, I'm not going to blend that out very much. And then I'm going to go in. I'm trying to use this one up right now. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal. This is Subtle Sable. Trying to use this one up because I've already hit pan on it. I used another one of these up not long ago. It's in my empties. Okay, then I'm going to get my Morphe little blush brush, B32, and I swirl it, y'all. I mean, I'm going to get quite a bit of this on, and then I'll blend it out. And I just really go across my whole upper cheekbone. I kind of use my blush like bronzer. It's why I use bronzer to touch up during the day. Morning time, it's mostly blush. And I go all the way to my nose. They say not to do that, but that's what I do. I go anywhere the sun hits. My nose, and then I go across my whole forehead. Like, seriously, like I've been in the sun. And that is kind of how I start my bronzer during the day, is with my blush. So it just looks like I've gotten some sun. I think it was, I don't remember who it was, Wayne Goss or somebody said, don't put it in the center of your face, it closes your face up. And I may be closing my face up. But it's just, you know, showing y'all what I do. I may change that. Okay, then I'm dipping into a little powder to kind of blend that and just doing whatever's open. And I'm doing the Laura Mercier translucent, you know, rationing that Chanel. And then I'm just going over that whole, kind of with a medium touch. And that's pretty much, you know, what you see every day. Okay, then I'm just looking and seeing what I need. I need lips. Okay, and I'm just going to grab Urban Decay Broken. I think I'm going to use that. It's just dark enough. Okay. Then I'm going to use MAC Hue. It's my absolute favorite. It's a dupe for Nude Vanille. Okay, then I'm going to get Prestige Black Brown and do my lower. And when I'm doing my lower, I'm doing just this outer edge, real close to the lash line. And then out here, I'm going out further than my eye. And that really makes my eye look bigger and kind of coming up into my eyeshadow. Blending it up into my eyeshadow. I'm probably making my makeup artist subscribers cringe right now. I forgot y'all were here. I'm glad I forgot. That would make me nervous. Okay, then I'm going to same outer edge. Okay, this one, I go straight out just like the other one. But this is where I realized my eye is not shaped the same. Okay, I'm coming out, and then I'm going to kind of come up and kind of fill in real light, y'all. People do this with eyeshadow, and I try it, and I may, start trying to do that more. Okay, I really wish I hadn't remembered my makeup artists were here now. I'm nervous. Okay, but I'm just going to do what I normally do. And if y'all have some tips for me, come on here and tell me, because I would love to know tips. Okay, then I'm going to get my, this is a brow brush by Real Techniques, but it's real firm. And with a real light hand, I'm blending that. And I'm blending all the way up into my eyeshadow. Happy National Cat Day. My son came in and said, Happy National Cat Day. We don't have any cats. I would, but I'm allergic. Okay, then I'm going to get my, it's the Artis Oval, but I could do this with the KC Republic. My little Artis Oval, I think number 6. And then around here with a real light hand, cleaning up a little. That is mostly what I use this for, y'all. Blending out this eye. That just finishes it. Okay, I'm going to get, you could go in with your same powder. I'm going to use a little, I'm going to use a little dim light, just tapping it. Lighten it up with a little Laura Mercier. It's a tiny bit dark, and I'm going to go over that blush. Blending. Okay, and then I'm finally going to go in on my under eye area. RCMA is great. Laura Mercier Secret Brightening is great. e.l.f. Under Eye is great. I'm going to show y'all the By Terry because I love the brightening of it. And I just have only used this. This is the sample. I got 2 of these. This will last me forever because I'm only doing under the eye. And I'm going to get a Morphe M507. I love this brush. Okay. Tapping. I do start over here, so that gets the bulk of it. Y'all, yesterday I took a picture of my Maybelline highlighting pen, and now I can't find it. I'm freaking out. So I'll do the MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen. The highlighting pen, it's not the Radiant Rose, it's the yellow one. And I do a little more, seriously, after I've already done my powder. I add just a little more. Just right here in the corner. Now I'm just being honest with y'all. This is what I do. And I'm just tapping that in right there for just a little more coverage right here. Okay, I'm going to finish my upper eyelid. Y'all, this is going to be so stinking long. Okay, I'm going to do the Always Sharp in black. Just, and I'm going over just the edge of my lash line, not pressing in. And I don't like a liquid because I don't like to have to be that precise. And on my outer, I kind of come out a little, like a mini wing. I have to let it sit there for a minute, y'all, while I decide what I need to do next. So I'll fast forward this part, but I'm going to have to live with it for a minute. Use my Corrector. I'll use my Mascara. Mascara. Okay, I'm gonna, down on my lid, I could leave it like that, but I'm gonna add a little bit of something. Think of that. I'm gonna add a little bit of that. It's down by the browns. Just tapping a skinny brush. This is my Morphe brush, M507. And I'm just gonna tap a little bit of that down here. Get a little more. The M438, the Morphe. Last part of my eyeshadow. I'm going to get my RCMA and then shake it into the lid, tap it off, and then all I have is that in there. I'm going to dip this brush in here, just into the dust of it. Still tap that off. Then I'm starting up at my eyebrow and coming down. Kind of blurs that out a little bit. Now sometimes I do this with light eyeshadow, but this is kind of what I'm most comfortable with. Okay, and that's pretty much. Now through the day, I go back and I blend more and I add more and mess with it, but yeah, that's basically my Get Ready With Me. Just let me know what you want to see with the Get Ready With Me's, because I got some products I need to use. So thanks for hanging in there with me for this. Hope you're having a good day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.